You can have your fancy restaurants, and you can have your high-speed cars. You can have your associations and your big noisy downtown bars. You can have all your smelly perfumes and your silk shirts too. All I want is a mountain, my love, and a dog or two. 'Cause I'm a mountain man. I'm a mountain man. I don't need much in this life, 'cause I'm a mountain man. These are some cool trees in this part of the forest. These little tiny ones. All kinds of trees. Looks a little more chaotic. Beautiful in its own way. Kind of like my hair. Across this dirt road here. Trail comes up here then. Right next to this beaver pond. Really pretty views, even though it's dammed up over there and kind of trashy looking. Really looks cool with the clouds reflecting in the water. And then that bright blue sky with the trees in the background. Beautiful view. About 12.5 miles in for the day and about 2,300 of elevation. So right about half for the elevation and not quite half on the miles. And the clock just struck noon. So kind of a cruisy little area here for the next couple miles, I believe. And the real question is now, am I going to stop at the infamous Cookie Lady? I don't know if there's a name or if it's just called Cookie Lady. It sounds so weird. Am I going to stop at the Cookie Lady? But I guess it's for about 40 years now. And this is like second generation. But they've been making cookies, or she's been making cookies, or the mother has been making cookies, and now passed on to the second generation. So there's some lemonades and cookies and electricity and such there. So I might stop. I could use a good little charge on some electronics. And always love my cookies. And lemonade is actually what sounds the absolute best out of all that. So I might stop there if it's not too far off the trail. Get a little recharge for 5 or 10 minutes, maybe 15, and then keep heading on. I got big miles to do today, so I don't want to take too long, but if I get some cookies in me, that stops me from having to dig into my bear can. And definitely the lemonade is going to hit the spot on a nice humid day like today. So as I'm making this video clip, I am talking myself into it. But we shall see here in about 1.5 miles, I believe it is. But doing pretty good. Happy with where I am for noon today, 12.5 miles. Thought it would be somewhere between 11 and 13, so right there at it. And there's pretty good for considering there's been some sections it's been pretty rocky and rooty. So elevation not too bad, but obviously those rocks and roots will slow you down at times. So see what happens with the Cookie Lady. See what happens with the swamp that I'm in right now. See if we get any more good views here anytime soon, or some cool forest. Right now it's just a lot of down trees and some standing water with some bullfrogs. That's the office right now. Nice little open area here with some trees down, some bushes and vegetation. Exposed area with the nice sun, which is I'm not complaining about at all, because it is a beautiful day and I've been stuck in the forest all day. I say stuck, but nobody stuck me there. I stuck myself there. But I like to come out once in a while and see the beautiful sunshine. Probably gonna stop at the Cookie Lady just because I haven't been able to stop thinking about the lemonade ever since I made that little clip about whether I do it or not. So coming up to that real soon. Get me some lemonade real quick. Probably eat a cookie or two. Get back on the trail and pound out some miles for this afternoon. Real beautiful area through here though, and that sun feels great. Blueberries and black and red currants. Blueberry Hill by the Appalachian Trail. Cookie Lady. Let's check it out. Cookies. Coming back from the Cookie Lady. Right here's the sign. Cuts off into here. Mount Greylock, this direction. Won't hit that until tomorrow. That's the highest point of Massachusetts. Hit that, I think in the morning. Might not be in the morning though, might be a little later than that, like early afternoon or whatnot. I don't know yet, to be honest, but I know it's tomorrow because I will be hitting Vermont tomorrow and saying goodbye to Massachusetts. Stopped at the Cookie Lady. There was only a couple cookies left. They weren't bad. Very small, thin cookies. Actually, the way I like it. It's the way my mama used to make them. But there was no lemonade or anything there. And that's why I was stopping. But what there was a lot of hikers. Most of who knew me. So, took a picture or two. Said hello to a couple hikers. Been following the videos. Like I said, I slowed down the last few weeks. So, a lot of those started after me, or quite a bit after me, and they didn't think they was gonna ever see me out on the trail, so it's kind of cool in a way. Of course, speeding back up now for this last push of these last 3 1/4 states. So I was there for about 5 minutes. They were all just chilling out. They're like, "You're leaving already, Fortune?" I'm like, "Yup, no rest for the weary. Got things to do." I don't remember the names, unfortunately. I think there was a speed 1, a speed 2, and a speed 3, which was 2 people and a dog. And then Rico Suave, I remember his name. I probably talked to him more than anyone else there, so even though I wasn't there very long. But good luck to y'all. If you're seeing this, might see you up the trail again. But if I don't, stay safe out here and get to Katahdin and put it in the bag. No trail that way. No trail that way. But there's a trail. Not exactly marked that great, but this is where it goes, I guess. Massa roots it. Climbing the next mountain / hill right now, about a mile, I believe, before the summit. Been a lot of roots and rocks. Not a whole lot of up in the last couple miles, but about ready to make up for that now. And with the roots and rocks. They're not quite as slippery as they were this morning, at least. So that's a good thing. Some nice views. I think that's Mount Greylock over there with the towers. Well, there's some towers there, but then there's another one with a tower there. I'm not sure, but something around there is Mount Greylock. I think that's north, and I know you can see Mount Greylock from here. Nice little range, whatever it is. Can't really see it too well with all the trees here, though. But standing on the summit of Warner Hill, a nice exposed hill slash small mountain with some views over there. Can't see them too well. And then over there, Mount Greylock, which I'll be coming to tomorrow. Not too many views besides that, just some exposed views of some beautiful greenery and trees. But I digress. Nonetheless, Warner Hill is in the bag. 19 miles in, about 3,000 of elevation, a little less than 10 miles to go. Going to be coming up to Dalton, Massachusetts here soon. My understanding is the trail goes right through the town, so if nothing else, that will be flat. And a cruisy walk through the town, as long as it's easy to navigate. Been in towns before where, okay, where does the trail go? So hopefully that won't be the case there. It's a real small town from my understanding. Well, then I'll be going a few miles past that to set up camp tonight. But it's going good. Beautiful day. Ups and downs, nothing too strenuous. It's just the roots today, that's really it. That's given any kind of problems. Feet kind of twist and turn different directions, and of course there was that nice little fall where I tripped over one earlier. But all in all, pretty good. I just stopped for like my 5th snack of the day. Combos and Pop-Tarts. That was it for today. I mean, for that one. And we'll be eating my dinner here soon. Well, I say soon, but a few hours. Probably have another snack before then. But everything's going good and peachy today. Not too many obstacles in the way, except those roots. So I'm going to continue on and hopefully get some more awesome views and show you the town as I walk through it and set up camp here in a few hours. Getting windy, like it might rain or something. Looking down these power lines into the valley and those other mountains over there. I don't know if you could see it, but right above there you could see Pittsfield over there and some of the buildings of the downtown. Bigger town, 50 or 60,000. You could see the rain up there on top. I don't know if it's coming this way or not. Hopefully it's not. Hopefully I stay dry. And yet another forest change. Look at that. Beautiful. Getting close to Dalton, and I thought there was just a couple 100 feet of elevation and everything else was descension coming into Dalton, and I think it was. But that 200 feet was straight up after a little bit of water, some streams that I crossed. Thought, oh, this is beautiful. And then straight up a mountain. No big deal. I love that. But now I'm sweating so hard that I think my sweat is sweating. I didn't know that was possible. 23 miles in now. Just descending into Dalton. Can hear the traffic. Just heard a train go by. There's a couple railroad tracks according to the map that I cross over right before I'm into Dalton. And then once I get through Dalton, 4 more miles straight up. I don't know if it's straight up, but 1,000 feet almost of elevation in 4 miles. That's not really bad, but I'm pretty sure it's not the whole 4 miles going up. So that's probably all within a couple miles, which means about 500 feet a mile, I'm guessing. Don't really know until I start climbing it, but then up at top of that, 4 miles is where I'll be camping tonight. Finish about 29 miles for the day. Like I said, 23 miles right now, about 4 miles, mile and a half, I think, of town once I get in there that I'm walking through. Not really sure. I'll find out. But I'm sure it'll be a lot easier than these roots and rocks I've been walking over all day. Be nice to have that. And then, of course, when I'm climbing up, that always feels better on the knees than climbing down on roots and rocks, especially when they're wet. So let's go look at Dalton. The residential section of Dalton. Aren't you glad that I'm showing you the sidewalk of a residential area on my Appalachian Trail Thru-Hike? The mountain guy, the mountain dude on a sidewalk in a town. Isn't it exciting? Just stopped at Cumberland Farms gas station. Got myself a ham and cheese sub, ham and Swiss. What other kind of cheese would you eat with ham? Come on. Chili cheese Fritos and a Mountain Dew for when I get to camp. Might be a little warm by then, but it's gonna be good. But anyway, as I was walking out, I turned a different way and then I realized, oops, I was supposed to go back the other way because I had actually passed the cross street that goes to, or the AT continues on, because I wanted to go to that Cumberland Farms And as I was walking by, a lady started sprinting towards me. Kind of startled me a little bit. She's like, hey, I need to meet you. I've been following you. Name is Ellie. So hi, Ellie, how are you? Nice meeting you. Very pleasant lady. Said she'd been following me for quite some time, and very happy to meet me. I was very happy to meet her as well. It's always a great thing when you can meet somebody that, you know, follows you on the world wide webs, on the intranets. And they don't scare you to death. Some people are a little scary. So far today, I've met all pleasant people that have been following me and watch me or subscribe. So I love it. It's a great day. Give me the warm and fuzzies today. Nice meeting everybody I've met today. And who knows, might not be done. But getting through this town so I can get up that hill so I can eat me some grub. Woo! At the end of my 29-mile day. Yeah. Nice little climb up to this campsite. Went about 600 in about a little over a mile. Nothing too steep, but a little steeper than most things have been for quite some time. So definitely got me sweating, but I love it. I love it. There's some roots, some rocks, but some of the trail's been kind of cruisy too. Like I said, not too steep, so it's a good climb. The forest is beautiful. Definitely show you some of that as I get closer to the campsite. But at 26 miles now, just about 2 miles more to go, and I'll get to have that ham and Swiss and sit down and relax a little bit before turning in and doing it all again tomorrow. Down to about a mile from the campsite. The wind has started to pick up, but the sky is clearing up, so I don't think it's any storms or anything moving in. I think it's just getting windy, which is fine. A little wind doesn't hurt anyone, especially when it's this warm out. It's kind of relaxing at night sometimes in a tent when it's breezy. And on a side note, if you've never had hiker hunger, which if you have had hiker hunger, probably not to the severity that Fortune gets hiker hunger, then you have no idea how hard it is to walk to your campsite knowing there's a big sub and chili and cheese, chips, and a Mountain Dew, not to mention all the donuts and peanut butter and beef sticks and everything else in my bear can. It's just waiting for me to eat it. You have no idea. If you've never had hiker hunger. I probably have about 8,000 calories that I burnt today, so I need some food now. I can't wait to eat that food. And this last mile might seem more like 10, but that's okay. It's gonna be worth it. Right on the other side of that tree, a bear just took off. Unfortunately, I didn't see it until it started running, and I just had went with my lips because I just can't stop thinking about food. And that scared it off. That little mouth toot noise. So the trail just kind of keeps S-curving down here. I'm hoping it'll be down here somewhere so I can get it on camera. somebody else down here close to where I'm going. I mean, not close to where I'm going, but the same campsite, said that they had seen a bear down there, like at the water area. So I was hoping I'd get to see a Henry on the way down, sure enough. But that's the second one this year that I only caught the butt end of it. Kind of sucks, but I don't know. Maybe I'll get lucky and still catch that one or a different one tonight. Definitely some bears here in the area. I miss my Henrys. I miss them. But at least I got to see that one. A little too late to grab the camera though. Now we're to this open spot. Power lines. And right on the other side of this, when it goes back into the forest, is where the campsite is. Where are you at, Henry? Where are you at? All right. Hopefully I'll still see one tonight.